Hello everyone, I hope that all of you are doing well. Today we're not gonna waste time with long introduction of what we're gonna use because I'm gonna do round 2 with Blackland BLACKBIRD razor. This time I'm gonna use the Lite plate. Hopefully the camera is catching this one well. A little bit of a challenge with the focus. You can also see that the base plate compared to the other parts of the razor, it's matte or tumbled finished. Just a small difference with the shading. We already discussed what this razor is all about. You'll see a link somewhere in the corners or in the video description, so I'm not gonna dive into this. One thing that I missed as a super good reviewer to mention the price of the razor in the first video. This razor starts from $200 US, which is on the steeper side on the price range, and if you want it polished, I believe that the price jumps to $260 or $270 US. So especially in Canadian dollars, that's quite a steep entry price for the stainless steel of this razor. Light plate, again, no information on the website of Blackland, unfortunately, about the gap and the exposure. This is not my first shave, and I didn't plan to actually record a video with this one, but quite a few of you messaged me and were curious how I find the light plate, and they wanted to see what I have to share about it. So I decided, okay, let's do one. So hopefully this will be helpful for whoever is interested. 3-piece razor, loaded with brand new Gillette Nasset. Over here in the bowl and on my face I have lathered the same soap as the previous shave that I did with a regular plate. McDuff's Hollowed Sky, so everything is the same. The blade is the same, the soap is the same, so absolutely similar comparison situation. Starting with the first pass. Being a light plate means that this should be less aggressive or efficient, and that's the case. There is still a blade feel, but the comfort is higher, or the confidence. You don't feel that you're kind of like really careful not to cut yourself like the regular plate. My beard is around 2 days long. Similar to the other shave that we had with the regular plate. Trying to focus if I identify something new, because I already have quite a few shaves. With this razor, and I kind of like know what I have to say as a summary, but I want to see if my opinion may change at the last moment. First pass done, and quite a bit of stubble left. I have to say that there is a decent amount of blade feel still, and that feeling of being not smooth or borderline tuggy. I think that if you're not in control of the razor and you're not confident with your strokes with the Blackbird, I think that you may find it tuggy, and eventually it may kind of like cause irritation. So be mindful, make sure to control the razor. At least that's how I feel about it myself. But with the light plate, for that blade feel, honestly, after the first pass especially, the efficiency is lacking significantly from what I would expect. I have to say that in some areas, even not so problematic areas, it's performing either on the same level or a little bit worse than the Hansen razor, which is surprising to me. This is, again, not my very first shave, so I was already thinking about it. Let's move to the second pass and prepare the face. Using that beautiful cream soda brush from TRC. Fantastic knot for just, I think, 20 Canadian dollars. What is that, like 15 US dollars? No-brainer value there, especially if you're a beginner. Grab that brush, you'll be happy. Second pass, cross the grain. If you watch the first video, you can tell probably from my strokes and how quick I go. I still try to be careful so I can identify details, but again, the comfort level is higher, so the light plate is probably doing its job, what it's meant to be. One thing that I realized, and over here you can see, is that the blade gap and the angle of the blade, which is not very visible, hopefully, okay, the focus assist. Here, it's so small that the ladder doesn't go in the ladder channel as well. So that kind of like highlights probably that efficiency challenge that this plate is having. We have a visual highlight over here. Kind of forgot that we're going across the grain. One thing that I like with this razor is the audio feedback. After the second pass, it's pretty decent on the cheeks over here, and when we go to the problematic spots, even under the nose, quite a few spots, it feels like that efficiency is still lacking across the grain. So let's move to the third pass. So far I see consistent results with my other shave with the light plate as well. Time for the third pass against the grain. And here is that audio feedback. Really ringing, singing. That's the highlight of this razor for me. Every time against the grain, it's really enjoyable. So that tuggy feeling as you approach around the neckline, under the jaw over here, it really starts to be borderline uncomfortable. And that's something that this razor, even with the way less efficient plate like this one, is having. So it's something to be aware of. Again, I'm being focused, paying attention to the razor and the cutting angle, trying to just minimize that tugging and on few spots pulling feeling. And you can see, like, even after a few buffing passes, there is still a lot left, but having that blade forward feel while the gap is so small as well, not that it's extreme blade feeling, that's a danger spot, so you can overdo the buffing and have razor burn after a while. So I'll just stop doing this. Three passes done. Good shave, not full BBS, but I don't want to overdo it again. Risking razor burn, it's not really worth it to go for too long buffing and corrections. Yeah, I can live with that shave result. Allen block. Just a tiny bit around the areas where I felt that tugging and pulling. Aside from that, everything else feels alright. So the light plate is good, but still be careful with this razor when you use it, don't rush it. Time for the matching splash. McDuff, the soap base, the splashes, really cannot go wrong with it. If you haven't tried anything from McDuff, please do, you won't regret it. I do hope that this set will stay in a regular rotation, and Sean from McDuff's will be selling it all year long or re-releasing it every year, because it's a huge win for me. Fantastic scent, so pleasant. Alright, I'm being distracted here. Back to the light plate. So you can tell as the shave was progressing, the light plate is doing what is expected to do. It dials down the aggressiveness and the efficiency of the razor for people with probably problematic skin, that it's sensitive. That might be something to consider if they want to really stick to the Blackbird. That being said, from my previous shave, I have a disappointing result in terms of how long that smooth shave lasts. Even though that it's not complete BBS, it didn't last as long as, let's say, razors like the Slock, the double open comb from Razor Rock, which is very, very mild and it's not really providing much of a close shave, yet it's still good for achieving BBS, or the Hanson. After 7-8 hours, the stubble was quite scratchy after shaving with this, and I expect, based on the feel and the end result, now using brand new Nassets helps a little bit with the third pass, but there's still quite a bit left, and I can tell that, yeah, within the same time frame, the stubble will feel the same, which is a little bit disappointing because this one is having a lot more blade feel compared to the Hanson or the Slock that I mentioned. So the Blackbird, for me, either the regular plate or the light plate, it's really not a razor that I would buy or brings to the table something that it's so different and enjoyable for me. Again, I'm not trying to bash the brand or the razor. I know that there are a lot of fans there, and I can see why, especially the regular plate. If you really seek that blade forward feel, that's something really good. For me, my technique, my skin, my beard, that are individual for me, not for you, I guess. It's not as the smoothest razor, it's not the most efficient razor. I get better or same results with a lot of other razors that I have in my den, but I really appreciate the opportunity to shave with it. It's a gorgeous razor. The machining is great, the design is beautiful. I almost ordered without trying, but the price was kind of like, $200 for a stainless steel razor. It's a little bit on the steep side. And also my buddy, shout out to Aaron. I'll leave once again link to his Instagram. Please check him out. Fantastic shaves of the day photos. He was kind enough to lend me this razor. And I was planning maybe today to return it to him, but a lot of you wanted to see what I feel about the Lite plate. And that's pretty much it. That's a wrap with the Blackbird. I had quite a few shaves. Again, thanks to Aaron. And his kind offering to give me his razor for that long of a period. This will be properly cleaned, sanitized, dried, and it will be back to Aaron. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think about this video. I hope that you enjoyed. I know we have back-to-back videos with the same thing, but I really wanted to capture this one for all of you that were really curious about the Lite plate. Hopefully that helps. I hope that all of you stay safe until the next video, and I'll see you then.